Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Sage. How are you today? I hope you're well. I'm back with a It's a No From Me video. People seem to love these. Okay, I don't know what it is. Does it feed into our, sort of psyche where we subconsciously think all these brands are trying to scam us? I suspect that is true. I certainly feel like that sometimes. All right, so having said that, there's a range of skincare, there's some hair care, there might be a couple of makeup things here, but not too much because I'm still working through my rotation of the essential products from Essence and Catrice. So let's get into the video of today. First one is from Boost Lab. Now I bought this from Big W. I've looked at Boost Lab a few times. I've got the Edelweiss firming serum, which I haven't yet tried, but the nourishing cleansing oil with calming calendula looked beautiful, beautiful packaging. And I haven't used much because I could not get it off my skin. It left a really oily residue, I'm very sorry to say, because this is an Australian made product. I use a cleansing oil a lot to take off makeup, especially eye makeup. I do have quite sensitive eyelids. It didn't irritate my skin in any way, but it actually left a really greasy residue on me. So I'm kind of stuck with this huge bottle now, and I'm going to maybe pass it on or use it as a body oil in the shower or something like that, because it is still winter here. My skin is quite dry. So I can find another way to use it, but I don't recommend this as a cleansing oil for your face because it leaves a residue. I'm sorry to say the Hello Good Stuff Skin Repair Serum with ceramide and oat from Essence, which I have used nearly all of it, right down to there, is a no from me on a number of levels. When this comes out, first of all, the pipette is practically useless, right? It picks up practically no product and then it won't come out. See, nothing picked up there. And when you have to more or less pour it out of the bottle to get enough to go over the face and the neck. And it goes on white, and it doesn't dry down. Like, it sort of sits there and you've got to keep working it into your skin. And then it's sort of still like there's still streaks of it on your face. Most serums, in my experience, are, when they come into contact with the skin, tend to basically liquefy. But this just doesn't. It sort of stays really tacky and doesn't dry down and can even leave a white cast. Now, is that because I'm using too much? I actually tried that. I tested that out. I just used like a fingertip amount all over my face. Then I tried more, and then I tried less again, and it still seemed to happen. So this was used on slightly damp skin after my shower or me washing my face at the end of the day. Also, I applied it to a drier skin later on after washing my face, and the same result. So it's a rare occasion where Essence, for me, have really missed the mark. The Aveeno Oat Serum, which is one of my all-time favorites, I'll insert a photo of that. Buy that one instead. It's not often that I find K-beauty products that I don't like, but this one I don't understand what it's supposed to do. It's Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Body Treatment. It's supposed to improve the appearance of hyperpigmentation and dark spots. Now, you're meant to gently massage the treatment into areas of concern, suitable for daily use. Okay, Good Molecules is a brand that I really actually have enjoyed a number of their products, particularly the eye gel. I think it's the caffeine eye gel. I've had multiple tubes of that. And the brand is, they have a good ethos, in my opinion. They are a K-beauty brand. And I've used most of this. I'm down to about there, if I can see correctly. It comes out very thick and kind of jelly-like, and it's hard to work into the skin unless I mix it with another more moisturizing base, and then it kind of peels. So on its own, I don't like the feel of it on my skin, and mixing it with something else, it doesn't work. So I've tried to put it on as soon as I get out of the shower. My skin's still actually wet, and it just didn't work into the skin. So I don't really think that it has reduced the the pigmentation on my body, say the freckles and so forth. I don't really think it's done very much. But what has worked is something I'll put in the, actually I have already said this is a yes from me, so I'll show it to you again here. Get this. Now this is not easily available for us Aussies, unfortunately, because this is an American brand, Amlactin. I buy these in multiples of 3, packs of 3, because you can get them cheaper via the Amazon, but that way. But it's a 12% lactic acid. Dr. Dre, who's a YouTuber and a dermatologist, she got me onto this, and I have used, this is at the end of my 2nd bottle. I've got backups in my cupboard up here, and it's marvelous, but it kind of smells weird, although the new formulation, I believe, does smell better. This had no fragrance at all, but it didn't do anything either, so don't buy this one. The much loved Avène Sensitive Sunscreen Serum SPF 50+. Now I know Sam Mizundu loves this, and I get why she loves it. The skin feel is really, really nice, and I have used that much. So I've had an opportunity to work out my thoughts on this product. It's not cheap. Avène is quite expensive in Australia, but it is a reputable brand, and it's readily available lots of places. The issue I have with this is the packaging. The pipette, once again, does not pick up enough product. That is not enough SPF for my face. I need to keep going in, back in, again and again and again to get enough SPF for my face, because I'm supposed to get 1, 2, 3 fingers worth at least of SPF for my neck and my face, as should we all. So to do that, I literally have to disregard the pipette, start tipping it into my hand, making a mess, blah blah blah. Now I get why it's got the pipette. It's doing that whole serum thing, you know, with the making it look cosmeceutical, medical, whatever. But it's not a functional packaging idea, in my opinion, for a relatively thick product. A bit the same as this is too thick for the pipette, so is sunscreen. So please, I would prefer a tube. Avène, thank you very much. This VO5 Tame and Shine spray. I have this little bottle of it here, 100 ml. I've used a fair bit because I wanted to see how it behaved on different days when my hair was either clean or washed or a bit oilier or not oily at all, which is most of the time. And it actually made my hair quite greasy, and I had to wash my hair one night before I went to bed because I didn't want to put my head on the pillow with my hair in that state. Now, that's very controversial for me because this VO5 line has one of my favorite hair cream products of all time, the Frizz-Free Air Dry Cream. This is my 3rd tube of this. I absolutely love it. It's about $7. It's such a bargain. You can buy it at the supermarket, and smells amazing as well. And it lasts and lasts and does not weigh your hair down, does not leave you greasy. So buy that if you're frizzy. Don't buy this. This will leave you actually makes your hair look greasy as well as feel greasy. Right. PDRN. I have some thoughts on PDRN. At this stage of the game, I am now thinking we're basically being scammed by brands over this salmon sperm thing. Now, there are some clinical studies that show that PDRN does actually boost collagen production. But no one's been able to prove that a topical product can actually achieve that result. It's not this, you're not going to get the same result. You can't get the same result. Nonetheless, brands have jumped all over this, particularly K-beauty brands, somewhat disappointingly to me, because they obviously see that this can, up their game in terms, they can market this and make it look like there's going to be, genuine long-term medical benefit, etc., etc. Not medical, but cosmeceutical. That's what I meant to say. So, the PDRN Exosome Skin Planing Glaze Mask with collagen and peptide. It's meant to make your skin glowy and to improve skin texture. This is it here. Now, CosRx are a wonderful brand. I have used their peptide booster serum for 3 or 4 years now. It's amazing. Highly recommend, good value, etc. And there's lots of other CosRx products that I really, really enjoy. So this is, to me, I'm feeling that this is a little bit cash grabby, perhaps a bit of a scam. Disappoints me greatly from a brand that I have trusted over many years. It comes with this NAF silicone applicator thing, and as you can see, mine's really dirty, and I left that on there deliberately because I wanted to show you that when it dries, that's exactly what it looks like on your face. You look like you've got dry chunks of skin on your face that are like dandruff, that are wanting to come off, which is so unappealing to me, sensation wise, not to mention aesthetically. And once trying to get it all off, I really had to, kind of go in a little bit too firmly with a cleansing cloth to get it all off. And that then stuck to the face cloth, and then I basically had to go in the washing machine, and that was the end of it. And I'm like, I don't understand why they would make a product. Is it for the TikTok generation where they can take it off on camera and make it look like they're removing their own skin? I mean, haven't we moved on from that? That was the Peter Thomas Roth era, basically for views. I do not like Peter Thomas Roth. I don't like his products, and I don't like, other aspects of him or that brand being associated with certain files, if you know what I mean. So, it's a real no from me, and I used it, I think 6 times to try and see if it was peeling because there was stuff underneath. No, I put it on to clean skin. Was it peeling because, and then it made other things peel. That's the other thing that annoyed me. Once I tried to put serums on after I'd taken this stuff off, because I couldn't get it all off, I then had issues with peeling with my other face products, my other skincare products. So yeah, CosRx, this is not good. Do better, please, and stop trying to convince us that PDRN is actually beneficial as a superficial skin product. This was a yes, and now it's a no. So I apologize to those people who went out and bought it on my recommendation. Truly, I do. The Garnier Vitamin C Daily Tinted Even Tone Fluid. I have the Glow version. 50 plus, it's UVA and UVB protection. Here it is. I've used half of it. I can see through the impervious packaging with the light behind it, in front of it, I should say. Now, I should have listened to Hannah Hollingwood English here. She said not to buy this because it peels. And I did buy it anyway. And I actually liked it for a long time. And I've, as I said, I've used half of it. But what it's done, and I think it's the vitamin C element, it's oxidized. I put it onto my skin and I turn into an Oompa Loompa now. And that wasn't the case when I first opened this tube. So whilst I haven't experienced the degree of peeling that Hannah did, mind you, she uses about 12 different serums, and I use a lot, but I don't use as many as she does. I haven't experienced the peeling that she did with this product. I'm finding that it's oxidized, and I think it's, you know, it's well in date. There's no issue there. The batch number and everything, I checked all that out. But I think because it's got vitamin C in it, and vitamin C is such an unstable ingredient, that I think it has degraded, and maybe it shouldn't be mixed with sunscreen. I'm not a cosmetic chemist, obviously, but I'm sorry for those people that bought this thinking that it was a yes, because initially it was, but now it's a no. And I think I'm actually going to have to declutter it, because I think it's basically oxidized and has gone bad because of the vitamin C element. If you know better about that, please let me know. A makeup no now, and I'm calling this only a week into my rotation. No one surprised that watched the initial get ready with me. Dewy Eye Gloss Liquid Shadow from Essence. This is horrific. It is, I don't even know what this is for. Or who this is for. My eyelids remained sticky for the entire time I was wearing it. It even made the eyeshadow underneath separate like I hadn't used a primer. And you know, I never apply eyeshadow without primer. It made it look separated, and the crease area was horrendous. I was sort of going like this to try and, you know, do something with the visibility factor of it. It didn't help. It didn't help at all, because this just was so sticky and would not dry down, and my hair stuck to it. It was a total makeup disaster, actually. So please do not. I mean, it's only a couple of dollars, but please don't buy it thinking it might be fun, because it was nothing but the opposite. Get ready for that. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts on these products, or have other views on these products, if you think my assessment of them is wrong in some way, I'd love to hear why you think that is so. I'm always open to constructive criticism on things, especially if you have a science background. I'd love to hear from you about the PDRN thing. But my research, that's what I have found out. If you know something else, please let me know. Okay, have a great day, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.